Hey, ¿qué es la que hay, mi gente? It's Rocky here from SpeakSpanishFaster.com. And have you ever wondered why Spanish speakers use the word ya so much in their conversations? Well, in this video, I'm going to reveal all the secrets of ya, from its use to indicate time and emphasis to how to use it correctly in different contexts. So how this is going to work is, first, we're just going to briefly cover the word ya. We're going to talk about some of the different times you might see it being used, so you know when to use it, and so that you can identify when and why it's being used. And then from there, we're going to cover 3 pieces of content. Okay, so the first is a story read by me. And in this story, we use the word ya so that you can see it being used in a real life story, real life situation. So as soon as the story's over, we'll come back and review all the times we use ya in that story. Then you're going to listen to a conversation, and we're going to do the same thing. So you'll listen to this conversation between 2 people, and then I'll go back through that conversation and I'll point out all the times ya was used, and we'll explain why it was used there. And then the last time there will be another story. And after listening to this story, I want you to just take your time with it, pause it if you need, and think about why the word ya was used in that story for all the times it was used. So without further ado, let's get straight into it. All right, so first, let's look at the meaning of ya or ya. Now, ya can have several different meanings in Spanish, but primarily you're going to see it meaning already. Sometimes you might see it meaning now. But instead of kind of focusing on exactly what word ya translates to, I think it's smarter and better to actually focus on the different contexts in which ya is used, and that will help you understand when to use it. So first, let's look at ya to indicate a past action that has already been completed. So for example, ya he comido, I have already eaten. Ya he terminado mi tarea, I have already finished my homework. So notice in both of these sentences, ya means already, and we are talking about something that has already happened. Okay, I have already eaten my food. I have already done my homework. So you're not just saying I have finished my homework, you're adding that word already in there. But you'll also notice that ya comes before. Okay, so in English, we say I have already eaten. So we have already is after have. So we have already eaten, where already is in between have and eaten. But in Spanish, ya is going to be before that. Okay, so ya he comido. So it's already I have eaten. If you did an exact translation, it would be already I have eaten. So ya is always going to come. I don't want to say always, because there may be a certain time, a special time where it doesn't happen in the beginning of a sentence. But most of the time, you're going to use ya in the beginning of a sentence, the first word. All right. So let's look at another example or another way or context in which ya is used. And that is to indicate a present action that something is happening now. Okay, so ya es tarde, it's already late. Ya es hora de irse, it is already time to go. So notice this is a little different than the last example, because here we are actually talking about something in the present. Ya es. So we know es is present tense. So ya es tarde. Ya es hora de irse. All right. But again, notice how ya comes in the beginning. Now let's look at using ya to add emphasis to a statement. Okay. So you could tell somebody basta, like enough. But if you say ya basta, enough already. Okay. You could say sí, lo entendí. Yes, I understood. Or you could say ya lo entendí. Yes, I already understood it. So notice how ya still means already, but we are using it in different contexts here to show emphasis. Now let's look at ya to indicate urgency. Okay, so ya, vete, go away already, or go away now. This is where you could see ya mean where it could mean now. But this is why I say it's better to just focus on the context, because here it could mean already or it could mean now. What's more important is just this emphasis right here, the context that it's in. Ya, vete. Ya, termina tu trabajo. Finish your work already. Or that could be, you could be saying, finish your work now, basically. It's pretty much the same thing there. All right, so when you want to determine when to use ya, based on the context of the conversation, here are a few tips that you should remember, okay? First, pay attention to the verb tense being used. Now, notice before how we had one where it was ya he comido, which he comido is talking about something that happened in the past, and ya es is present. So pay attention to the verb tense being used. If the verb is in the past tense, ya is likely to indicate something that happened in the past that has already been completed. Now, if the verb is in the present tense, ya is likely being used to indicate a present action that is happening now. Also, consider the tone of the conversation. So if the speaker is using ya with a sense of urgency or frustration, then it is likely being used to add an emphasis, like I showed you, or add or indicate urgency. Ana vivía en una pequeña aldea. A Ana le encantaba aprender cosas nuevas, así que decidió aprender español. Ya había estudiado muchas otras lenguas, así que estaba segura de que podría aprender el español también. Un día, Ana decidió que quería ir de viaje a España. Ya había comprado su billete de avión y su equipaje estaba listo. Era el día del viaje y Ana estaba muy emocionada. Ya había desayunado y se había vestido, así que estaba lista para irse. Cuando llegó al aeropuerto, Ana vio que había una larga fila de gente esperando para pasar por el control de seguridad. Se dio cuenta de que iba a tardar mucho tiempo, así que decidió comprar un periódico para pasar el tiempo. Ya había comprado el periódico y estaba empezando a leerlo cuando de repente escuchó su nombre por el altavoz. Era su avión y ya estaba a punto de despegar. Ana se dio cuenta de que había olvidado su pasaporte en su casa. ¡Qué desastre! Sin su pasaporte no podía subir al avión. Ana estaba muy frustrada y le dijo a la gente de la aerolínea: ya es suficiente, ya he perdido mi vuelo y ahora tengo que volver a casa. El agente le dijo que no se preocupara y que podía ayudarla a cambiar su vuelo para otro día. Ana estaba muy agradecida y le dijo: ya veo, ya entiendo, gracias por su ayuda. Con la ayuda de la gente, Ana pudo cambiar su vuelo para otro día y finalmente pudo ir de viaje a España. Ya estaba emocionada de poder aprender más español y conocer el país. All right, so now that we got through the story, the first thing is to make sure you understood the story. So we're also working on your Spanish listening comprehension and just improving your overall Spanish vocabulary. So make sure you understand the story. And now I'm going to go back through the story and I will point out every time we use the word ya, and I'll explain why we use ya in that situation. All right, let's go. All right, now let's go back through this story and let's focus on all the times we use ya and why we use them. Now you'll notice the first few times we use ya was to indicate a past action. Of course, this is what happens when you're telling a story, something that happened in the past. Ya, you would see it used much more. And keep in mind, we wrote this story using ya a lot more than one probably would, simply because, I wanted you to really focus on this word specifically and learn how to use it. So we have ya había estudiado muchas otras lenguas. Here, ya is used to indicate a past action that has already been completed, so studying other languages. Ya había comprado su billete de avión y su equipaje estaba listo. Ya is used here to indicate a past action that has already been completed, buying the plane ticket. Ya había desayunado y se había vestido. Same thing, past action, having breakfast, getting dressed. Ya había comprado el periódico. Same thing, past action, to show that she's already bought the newspaper. Ya estaba a punto de despegar. Same thing, used to indicate a past action. The plane was about to take off. So again, estaba is past there. So I know the first few examples we use había, but here estaba is still in the past. So ya is still indicating something that happened in the past. Now let's switch it up. Ya es suficiente. Ya here is used to add emphasis. All right, so enough already, like enough. It's sufficient. Ya me he perdido el vuelo. Ya here is used to indicate, again, past action. Why? Me he perdido. He perdido. So I've already missed the flight. All right. Now we switch it up a little. Ya veo. Ja here is used, I would say, to indicate like an understanding. And this is where I would say ja means more like now I see. Ya veo, now I see. Or this could also mean I already see. So again, that context is important. But we know that it's present here because veo is present, and the emphasis with the exclamation points. Ya entiendo. Ja here is like now I understand, adding emphasis to I understand instead of just saying entiendo. Ya entiendo. Last example, ya estaba emocionada de poder aprender más español. So here we could see past again. She was excited to learn more Spanish. Great job. Now you're going to listen to a conversation between two females, and they will be talking about shopping. All right? So let's listen.
Hola Mariana. ¿Estás lista para ir de compras?
Hola Jennifer. Sí, ya he terminado de preparar mi lista de compras.
Genial. Ya he cargado el coche con nuestras bolsas de compras.
¡Qué bien! Ya he cerrado la puerta de mi casa, así que podemos irnos.
Perfecto. Ya estoy manejando hacia el centro comercial.
Ya veo. Ya estoy emocionada de encontrar todas las cosas que necesitamos.
Ya lo sé. Ya estoy emocionada también. Esta va a ser una gran sesión de compras.
Now, same thing, just like we did with the first story. This time for this conversation, we're going to go back through the conversation, and I'll point out all the times ja was used, and I'll explain why they were used. And you should be starting to get the hang of it. All right, let's go. All right, so now let's go back through this little quick conversation and see how ya can be used in a conversation rather than, in comparison to how one would use it in a story. So, ya he terminado de preparar mi lista de compras. So, ya is used here to indicate a past action that has already been completed, preparing the shopping list. So, even though this isn't a story, we're still using ya in the same way. Ya he cargado el coche con nuestras bolsas de compras. Ya is used here to indicate a past action that has already been completed, loading the car with shopping bags. Ya he cerrado la puerta de mi casa. Again, past action here, already been completed, closing the door of the house. Now we switch it up a little. Ya estoy manejando. Okay, so ya is used here to indicate a present action that is happening now. I am now driving towards the mall. So that's where you would see when you're talking about the present, you can say I am already driving there or I am now driving there. Either way you can use. And ya veo. So again, this is similar to how in the story where it's used to indicate an understanding, but it's like now I see or I already see. So ya veo. All right. All right. Now, this is the third and final story you're going to listen to. Now, I'm not going to go over this one. I want you to really take your time with this one. Pause it if you need, rewind it if you need. And every time you get to the word ya, I want you to really think about why it was used there or how it was used there. Okay. And again, with all the content in this video, make sure you actually understand the content too. So don't just focus on the word ya, even though that's the focus of the video, but also be working to improve your Spanish listening comprehension.
Mario y su amigo Pepe iban a ir a la playa. Ya habían preparado todo lo que necesitaban, como toallas y sombreros. Mario ya había llenado la nevera con agua y bebidas frescas. Pepe ya había cargado la música en su altavoz portátil. Cuando llegaron a la playa, ya estaba llena de gente. Buscaron un lugar para sentarse y se dieron cuenta de que ya no quedaban sombrillas libres. Pepe dijo, ya es hora de irnos a otra playa. Mario le respondió, ya lo sé, pero primero vamos a tomar un helado. Ya he comprado los ingredientes para hacerlos. Pepe y Mario se sentaron en una terraza cerca de la playa, y disfrutaron de sus helados mientras escuchaban música. Ya estaban relajados y disfrutando del día cuando de repente empezó a llover. Pepe dijo, ya es hora de irnos de verdad. Mario le respondió, ya lo sé, ya estoy empacando. Cuando terminaron de empacar, ya estaba lloviendo mucho más fuerte. Corrieron hacia el coche y se metieron adentro justo a tiempo. Ya estaban seguros y secos cuando Pepe dijo, ya podemos ir a otra playa. Mario le respondió, ya lo sé, ya estoy poniendo en marcha el coche.
Muy bien hecho. Great job. I'm proud of you for making it this far through the video. I wanted to throw a few different types of pieces of content at you, just to keep you on your toes and help you really improve and learn the word ya. This year, our main focus with our videos is to dig deeper into learning Spanish, to have more thorough lessons to really help you understand these concepts and use them so that you can start to speak Spanish fluently. If you found this video helpful and you are really looking to take your Spanish to the next level, scroll down to the comments, click the link that I have pinned down there for you. It should be the first comment, or just go to speakspanishfaster.com/YouTube, and there I'll reveal my 3 biggest secrets that'll help you learn to speak and comprehend Spanish faster. Now, if you enjoyed the video, please hit the thumbs up for me. Comment below. Let me know what else you need help with. Last but not least, please do not forget to subscribe to our channel. We just hit 100,000 subscribers and we just got verified. So thank you so much. Hasta la próxima vez. Hablamos.